right, congratulations, season 7.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I feel good, man. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I kind of assumed that we would go into season 7. When you sort of make it to season 5.5 and you hear you're picked up again, you're like, okay, let's finish this out. Let's do it strong.
I mean, there's a lot of like back and forth. Is this ending? Is this continuing on? It could continue on forever. What is the point that you're going to be like, okay, this is my time? Or are you just proud and honored to be in this amazing show?
I sort of take it day by day. I mean, I know that sounds a little inappropriate, but I don't know. We're coming upon the finality. I mean, just speaking candidly, our contracts we signed originally, all of us, for 7 seasons. So we're coming up to the end of 7 seasons, and you know, at least in my past, like when Sweet Life ended, I think it was a bittersweet experience, but we were all sort of ready to go. I don't know how we're going to feel at the end of this. It's been a lot of work and a ton of memories, and we shoot up in Vancouver, so we've been away from our family and friends for quite a while. So I guess I'll take it with a grain of salt and see.
Well, speaking of the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, you literally just reunited with Brenda Song. How did that come together?
Yeah, no, I know people have been sort of. Well, we did this publicity tour for Moonshot, and then Lana had an interview with Brenda that I wasn't a part of, and I was deeply offended, genuinely offended by it. I was like, this is no fair. This would have been so much fun. But I popped in real quick and said hi, and then she, you know, I had to let her.
I mean, in the world of reboots that we're doing right now, would you ever reboot the show? Would you and your brother ever go back?
Never.
No.
I'm asked that question a lot. I don't really believe in reboots, I'll be honest, and that you can carve that on my grave. I think to take something that's beautiful and nostalgic, and then to sort of reopen that and bring it to like modern criticism it's a dangerous thing. Like, let it live. It's beautiful and pure, and I don't know. I love Brenda, and I love Ashley, and I love Phil, and all the cast. We had such a great experience, and it seems. I don't know, it's like finishing a chapter and then, you know, going back and writing more to it. I don't really...
That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be like Friends in a few years, where you'll just reunite on camera.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fun.
Yeah.
But I see them, so it's not like that. We're already doing that. It's just the cameras are off.
Well, the fans would love the cameras. Thank you so much. All right, congratulations is in order. Season 7 is incredible. What does that mean to you?
Season 7, it means, you know, craziest stories. Yeah, I mean, we're all really grateful for another season of work, especially, you know, I feel like our fans are so loyal that I kind of saw it coming, but yeah, we're all very excited, yeah.
Yeah, Roberta said that there's a lot of fuel left in this machine. Do you think that there's still a lot of story to tell?
100%. I think 100%. I mean, Roberto, he's standing right there. He is a genius, and he can make anything happen. So, yeah, I was not surprised at all to hear that we were doing another season. We're ready.
I mean, you're nowhere near wrapping up, but if you were, do you know how you kind of want your character to be wrapped up? Do you have an ideal situation?
Yeah, I mean, for Archie, I feel like it's always been really, family has always been the most important thing in his life. And we've seen that over you know, past seasons, and I feel like to wrap it up for him would be to settle down, I think, because we've seen him go through high school and, you know, be a little bit of a dog, so it's time for him to settle down.
So when it all is said and done, are you going to miss those pops, like milkshakes, burgers?
What I'm going to miss the most is those, and what I already do miss the most are those, like, what's it called in the high school where we're hanging out in the room?
Like the cafeteria?
Not the cafeteria, the other room. We're like between...
Oh, like the hangout room?
The hangout room. What's it called again?
What is that called? Bobby, do you know what that?
It's called a green room? No, that's not a green room.
That's not a green room. That's when you're on set.
I forget.
What is that called?
They know what it's called. Write it down in the comments.
Yeah, I don't think I went to a cool enough school that had one of those.
I had one. I just can't remember the name of it.
We'll call it the hangout room for now.
Hangout room.
Yeah.
Nice.
The playroom. Okay. At what point do you think that you'll be able to show Shasha Riverdale, and are you excited to show him?
I think he can figure it out for himself. I've thought about that. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to force anything, you know, to him. And who knows, maybe he won't even, you know, like it. I'm sure he's not going to like seeing his dad hooking up with a bunch of chicks, you know. It's not cool.
Very fair, but it's cool to see your dad on TV like that, right?
I don't know. I've never seen my dad on TV, so.
Fair. I would imagine so. Looking back at your 6 years in this game, what are you most proud of when it comes to Riverdale?
I'm most proud of our crew. I feel like we have a lot of loyal crew. The crew and the fans, I feel like the people who don't have the accolades that kind of we get to stand here and receive. So yeah, I feel like that's what I'm most proud of, the support of the fans and the support of the crew and the hard work that the crew puts in.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much and congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, congratulations on season 7. What does that mean to you?
You know, I'm always telling the kids, because I was their age when I was on Twin Peaks, and it was like a big success. And the perspective that I can bring, how rare this is, what a lightning in the bottle kind of thing. So I'm just very grateful and thankful to have been on this show for this long and had so much fun the entire time.
Being through 2 successful shows like this, is there a moment where you're going to be like, okay, I'm ready? Or are you just very thankful to still be in the game?
No, I'm very thankful to be in the game, but I've now stepped behind the camera, so I've directed a bunch of Riverdales, just directed my first feature film this last summer. I'm writing and producing, so it's like I love being in front of the camera, but I'm really like stepping behind and wanting to be a part of making my own content, so that's been a great evolution.
When all is said and done, are you going to miss the burgers and the milkshakes and everything that comes along with Pops?
No, I'm going to miss the people. I'm going to miss my friends and my the crew. That's, you know, you make your connections of the people that you're in the trenches with. A lot of times I go back and I watch shows that I've been on, and I'm like, I don't even remember filming that, but I remember the people and I remember our stories and our connections. So.
Well, speaking of the people, a lot of the parents have moved on and they're not even a part of the show anymore. Yeah. So what does it feel to be like the parent left standing?
Parent. Yeah. I know. It's just fun because Alice is hilarious and fun to play, and they always have such great stuff for her to do. So just very grateful and thankful to have been a part of it this entire time. So I do miss my adult friends, though.
I was going to say.
I do, yeah.
Do they ever chime in and ask you what's going on in the show, what's coming on?
No, we constantly call each other, text each other, how are you, what's going on? And they're like, what's going on in Riverdale? I'm like, I can't tell you, I don't know.
You lost that privilege when you left. Exactly. I mean, looking back at the entire 6-year experience with Riverdale, what are you most proud of?
I mean, I don't know if it's proud, but I'm just thankful for my relationship with Lily. You know, she plays my daughter, and we've done a lot of scenes together, and we've supported each other through it all and been there for each other for our own mental health and really bonded over that. So I'm very thankful for that.
That's beautiful. What has it been like kind of watching her grow into fame on the show that you guys share together?
You know, I knew that she would do it with grace and power and wisdom, and she's absolutely done what I thought, and she's, you know, she's already like producing her own things, like, you know, hands off. She's killing it. So it's just watching all of them go through this, like, just immediate thrown into fame and how they navigate it, and I think they're all doing such a good job.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, of course.
There's such a comfort of knowing that, you know, the show that you've been on for so many years is continuing. You don't have to audition again. So I just, and still like being with the family, like working with my best friends every day. It's great.
Do you think there's a lot of story left to be told when it comes to Riverdale?
You know, I think there's a few things left, but I don't think that there's much else. I think like once the water settles, I think that the characters have gone through enough turmoil. I think it's time for them to have their peace, you know?
Yeah.
They need a break. They need to breathe. There's only too much drowning you can take.
100%. And when that moment does come, when will you know? When will you be like, I think my character has been through it. I think she's
I
wrapped.
think it'll come at the end when the show's done, like at the end of season 7, you know, like if that's when it ends. I think that's when it'll come for all the characters. I think there'll be a nice little tie. You know, my character still has some things to work through right now. She's fighting for the serpents. She's fighting for her son. So once that settles, I think she'll be at peace.
And now being a real mama, how does it feel to play these scenes with a son?
Oh, it's like I get so emotional, like sometimes doing some of my scenes. There's so much I can relate to. And I personally love it. And then getting to hold another baby on set, you know, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Like, and I know how to handle the babies. So like, I always say, Mom, you're in good hands. I'm a mom.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I like it a lot.
Looking back at your 6 years on Riverdale, well, you had a little less. How many years have you been on?
5.
5 years.
Yeah.
So looking back at your 5 years, what are you most proud of?
Most proud of, you know, my cast, and we've really created a beautiful thing that people have loved for now 6 years. And I'm proud of this journey that we're on and that we've gone through it together. And for that, I think we're gonna be family for life.
We've been on such a long journey, and I never thought I would be on a show that ran 7 seasons. Like, I feel like that doesn't happen anymore, and I feel like we're the ones like kind of still standing, so it's an honor.
I mean, Roberta said there's a lot of steam left in this well-oiled machine. How do you feel about that? Do you imagine where your storyline could go?
How can you imagine where the storyline goes? I have no idea where it's going to go, but I'm along for the ride.
Overall, what are you most proud of when it comes to your entire Riverdale experience?
I'm just really proud of the friendships I've made, I think. Especially with the women on the show, I feel like we've all gotten really close over the last 6 years, and it feels like they're family and people that, I don't know, they're the only people in my life that understand the specific situation that we're in, when it comes to career stuff, love life, anything, like we all support each other and stand by each other, so I'm really lucky to have them.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.